Hello and welcome to another episode of TCW Unauthorized. I'm TJ Thunder, and look at this. We've got the Irish Dragon, Mike Murphy, and he's even wearing the Doomslayer t-shirt. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. How are you going?
Nice to be here again, and yeah, I thought I might, support him since he's seems to have changed his tune these days. So,
Yeah, he's been doing some nicer things lately. He's turned over a new leaf, so it's really good to see that you're taking his side even.
Yeah, I thought it was about time. Just give him benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Even looking past that time that he choked you with his t-shirt. I think he's done that a couple of times.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
But, you have to try and let bygones be.
It's been a while, so you're looking past that. So that's good to see. Obviously, Itchy, the ref, isn't here today. He's out on assignment, and he gave me his blessing to find a replacement just in time for the Perfect Storm coming up next weekend. So, and we're here to preview the Perfect Storm. It's been a while since we've seen you in action. Do you want to talk about what you've been up to in this time before we get into the show?
Really, all I've been doing is training, trying to keep myself healthy. Had a few injuries later last year, and just trying to make sure everything's going to be 100% before I come back. I
trust you've been keeping your eye on all the action happening in TCW.
Yeah,
watching all the visitors coming down from interstate, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. Very keen to get back in there and, get back in the ring with some of our local ones and maybe get some mainland talent too. Just see how I measure up to everyone that's there and everyone that comes down.
Very good. So let's just jump into the matches as they were announced coming up. So first of all, we've got Elgio Dare Doomslayer. I think he's going just by Doomslayer now. And he's taking on Biff Malibu.
Okay.
Yeah, so we haven't seen Biff Malibu in our shores in TCW yet, but he looks like quite the character. Bit of a throwback to the 80s surfer boy from Queensland.
I've seen some of his social media stuff. I'm not quite sure. I haven't seen anything else about him bar that, but it'll be interesting to see him in person. We know what Doomslayer's capable of.
Biff Malibu, definitely not to be confused with Tim Hayden, of course. Nobody would want to make that mistake of thinking that they were the same person.
Yeah, who would do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who would do something so ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
But so Doomslayer, he picked up a big win. Your nemesis back at Reckoning, beating Joel Hagen. So this could just be a warm-up for Biff Malibu. But Biff Malibu is unknown. We haven't heard from him. There hasn't been any video sent into TCW, so he's quite a mystery.
That might be the way he wants it, so you don't know what's coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just by the look of him, he could be a fan favourite for the TCW audience. They could really get behind him. I don't know if they were definitely behind Doomslayer on the last show. Could they switch their allegiances or even be split?
Yeah, this will be very interesting. When you look at it, you got two people who seem very colourful. Doomslayer's become very colourful. Yeah,
he's just gone from black and red to black and pink.
The only other person that's ever pulled off black and pink have been the Hart family. So
yeah. TJ Thunder, he's got the black and pink right now as well.
Go, sorry.
Although my outfit doesn't have any black on it when I'm wrestling. If I ever get to wrestle again, I've only got that one loss against Dominic Knight. I'd love to be in the ring again if TCW would give me that opportunity.
Yeah, well, Dominic Knight is a very towering competitor.
Oh, you've had first-hand knowledge. He did you pretty quick. He did you even quicker than the Doomslayer did that time.
He did.
But you do have a win over the Doomslayer. So
yeah, that just came through a lot of hard work. As for Dominic Knight, that was more or less, I think I just took him for granted.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be easier than what it was.
You don't want to take the Georgetown Giant for granted.
As I've learned from my mistake, don't do that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get another opportunity against him.
Hopefully, and I might be able to beat him this time.
Yeah. I think we'll be a good tag team. We could take on in a handicap match, a good tag team handicap against Dominic Knight.
Yeah. We'll figure out some way to take him down.
The Thunder Dragons.
Yeah.
Or the Irish Thunder. Or the Irish TJs. I'll leave the marketing up to you, perhaps.
Oh, maybe. We'll see how we go.
Up next, we've got the Liam Lacey wrestling title match with Liam Lacey, the reigning champion, defending against Dylan Daniels.
Yeah, this has actually turned out a lot more interesting than what I thought. When I seen Liam coming out with a belt, I'm thinking, is this going to be a joke? You know, is he serious? And he's actually proven that he's dead serious, and he's really bringing prestige to this and meaning to this belt again.
Well, if you don't, and if you doubt him, don't believe him. Just watch. That's the catchphrase right there.
Yeah.
He's absolutely putting some prestige on the old championship. Not that there wasn't already, but it's good to see that old belt back in action. And Dylan Daniels, I think he's going to live to regret his allegiance with Eddie Jones and Mr. Sinclair, the family.
Yeah.
Because have they ever had a singles match against each other? Maybe a long time ago. But Liam Lacey's an absolute machine, a wrestling god even. And I don't know if Dylan Daniels will be able to match up to that.
I don't think so. I mean, I personally know the strength of Liam Lacey. I mean, I've trained with him in the past, on and off, and his strength has, at times, blown me away.
It's inhuman.
It almost is. Like, we've gone to the gym together in the past, and I can outlift him, but as soon as you put him in that ring, he outlifts me, and it's just phenomenal what that man can do.
Liam Lacey's strength is almost as big as Dylan Daniels' ego at this point. And I don't know where this ego is coming from after losing the Northwest title. He's just... There's something... Maybe it's the Eddie Jones influence.
Maybe
he
might be it might be one of those delusional egos.
Absolutely. He's got to be able to back it up before he can... You know, it ain't cocky if you back it up.
Exactly.
Well, we've got to see him back it up.
Yeah.
Then up next, we've got Elliot Grayson defending the Northwest Championship against Aaron Lynch. This has been built up for quite a while. There's quite the rivalry going back to before Aaron Lynch was known as Aaron Lynch.
Yes.
He's
right.
He'd beaten Elliot Grayson back in the day, and see if he can do it when it really matters.
Yeah, I mean, over the last year I've been keeping an eye on Elliot Grayson and some things he's done, and he's started to make me a believer that he is a lot better than, you know, he's a lot better than what he's been doing. He's, you know, using all these dirty tactics. I'm starting to believe he doesn't need those.
But your last match that you had in TCW was at Summer Beats, and it was against Elliot Grayson, or was it? No, it was Doomslayer. Was it that same day?
It was Elliot Grayson then Doomslayer. But I have wrestled him. I'd love to wrestle him again in front of a big crowd because he really pushed me to think outside the box in regards to it because he's a lot faster than me. But then with Aaron Lynch, his flexibility and his agility is next level. I've not really seen that before.
And the showmanship as well.
Yeah.
You know, the crowd's going to be absolutely behind him. They don't want Elliot Grayson to be a champion of anything.
Yeah.
The crowd's completely against Aaron Lynch, and I think that could be enough to really get Aaron across the line here.
Yeah. I mean, someone like Aaron who's such a showman, you can imagine when the crowd gets behind him, that would just make him so much more potentially dangerous.
Yes, he's going to be indestructible, I think, with the crowd support. Before we get to the main, we've only got the 4 matches written down here, but we do have the Melbourne Mean Girls, that's their name.
Yes.
We've got Katie Lux and Skylar Cruz coming down with like an open tag challenge. So we can't really preview this match because we don't know who's going to take up that challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 people right here actually that don't have a match at TCW. So I'm suggesting that the Thunder Dragons against the Melbourne Mean Girls. What do you think of that idea?
I think we could do that quite easily.
I think if enough people see this episode, maybe we could get Thunder Dragon and get those chants, and then we'll come out. They might want to make that match. So I guess we're going to preview this match, and I reckon we're going to win.
Yeah, definitely. Easy. In the bag.
As good as the Melbourne Mean Girls are, obviously, but I think the Team Thunder Dragons got this.
Yeah.
And there's another match that is not in front of me either, but we've got the latest edition, just a week out from the show, less than a week. We've got Zack against the returning Dickriggs.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't even know about this one
No.
yet, but this is happening.
Wow. Okay, that's going to be interesting. I remember when Dick came down last time. It was very impressive.
Yep. He really put up a good challenge against Elliot Grayson, didn't he?
He did. And then I think the other thing is when we all look at Zack Archer, we know what he can do. We've seen what he can do. Just last show alone against Liam Lacey, it was phenomenal. The fight that he put up.
As an all-time great match in TCW.
I know. It's probably going to go down probably as one of the greatest matches of the year, if you ask me, because it was just fantastic.
One of my favourite matches of TCW this year was Dickriggs against Elliot Grayson. So we know we've seen hard-hitting offense of Dickriggs, but I think Archer's going to hit him with the frog splash. He's going to give him all his biggest strikes he's got. And at the end of the day, when the smoke is cleared even and the dust is settled, I think Dickriggs is going to be laying stiff in the middle of the ring.
Oh, that'll be tapping.
Yeah. What?
Tapping.
Oh, okay.
To the armbar.
Right.
I reckon...
I'm just going for puns and you've just completely...
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly feel like maybe Dickriggs might end up tap.
Yeah, okay. But
I've seen Archer's submission technical abilities and he surpasses just about everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. And that leaves us already. We're coming up on the main event. Eddie Jones defending the TCW Championship against JJ Storm. JJ Storm spent the most of the last 12 months working his way towards the Northwest title, only to falter there at the last hurdle. And now we've found him feuding with Eddie Jones and the family, and he's got his TCW Championship match.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be his first title match
ever. Certainly since he's returned to TCW. He had like a year and a half where he was away. So I'm not sure
if he got one before that, but it might be his first one ever.
So he has, on and off, with their time combined, he's spent a lot of time in TCW. But this could be the culmination of a huge journey for JJ Storm.
Definitely, agree. I think when you look at the statistics of everything there, that I think the family might just be too strong for JJ to overcome. There's a lot there in that family. Yeah,
I suggest JJ Storm get some friends because he might. You just don't know what's going to happen on the outside there with Eddie Jones involved.
Especially like now, you don't just have Mr. Sinclair. You now have the possibility of having Mr. Sinclair and Dylan Daniels to deal with. Yeah.
By the time Liam Lacey's done with Dylan Daniels, I don't know if Dylan Daniels is going to have much input in the main event. I'll say that much. But Mr. Sinclair is certainly going to be out there. So somebody needs to keep their eyes on him.
Definitely. I mean, some of the tactics we've seen him use in the past in favour of certain other stars, like Alexander.
Yeah.
When he's revoked the title win for Liam, stuff like that. You have no idea what he could do for...
Alexander even did sort of have his little break up with Mr. Sinclair as well towards the end, where he didn't want to win that way. But does JJ Storm have any friends? Does anybody like JJ Storm?
When I've been around, I've never heard anyone say anything nice about JJ Storm. Yeah. So I can't actually say. But then again, I personally don't hang out with him. But, that's my choice. But as for the rest of them, I don't know.
Yeah, well... I could always go for the Thunderstorm team as well, so we could get the Thunderstorm Dragon.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So
take on the family.
I'm just trying to find any way to make friends in TCW, and I just need Itchy to graduate from referee to wrestler because I know that he likes me. So I don't know if you do.
And he can be the Itchy Thunder.
Itchy Thunder, yes. TJ Itchy J. And this has been super quick. We've previewed the show. It's all very straightforward. Just some straight up matches, some titles on the line, 3 title matches, a tag match, and then the singles match with Doomslayer versus Biff Malibu. So
I can't wait to see if he can hit that BFG again.
If who can?
If Doomslayer can hit that BFG. That was a surprise and a half.
That's exactly right. Doomslayer.
Yeah.
That's the pump handle. I'm not sure what BFG stands for. Nobody hasn't told anybody yet.
No.
Okay, well that's the end of this episode. Thanks so much for joining me.
No worries.
Filling in the hot seat for Itchy. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, definitely a hard seat to fill.
Yeah. So you're going to be at the show. Which match in particular are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, I'd have to say it's a toss-up between Doomslayer versus Biff and Lacey versus Daniels.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah.
It should be a great night of wrestling. So, what's it going to be? August 13th. Make sure you're at the Elphin Sports Centre to watch TCW The Perfect Storm. Now, ring that bell.